Hello again, guys, and welcome to another episode of the BCube Show with your boy. So, today I'm going to be doing a bit of a deep dive into a video game that has a very special place in my heart. However, I'm doing a deep dive on its predecessor, its remake. The first time I heard that there would be a Resident Evil 4 remake, I was ecstatic.
Shut up and take my money!
I could not wait to get my hands on it, and after it was released, a few months later, it got a nice 50% discount on Kudu. I got my hands on it and it was beautiful. So this is my review of a remake of a game that has a very special place in my heart. The story of Resident Evil 4 revolves around Leon, an American agent sent to find the daughter of his president who has been kidnapped by a group and sent to Spain. Now, I'm not the biggest lore buff out there. I'm in no way a gaming Harry, so my knowledge of the video game is very nitty-gritty and quite hazy, I won't lie.
I know not.
But that's just the gist of it. He's sent into this area to find her, and that's the basic premise of the game. The story sticks close to the original with a couple of different things here and there, but nothing too hectic. It expands on some details and ignores others, which is something the game in its entirety does too. You can decide for yourself whether or not that's fine. For me, it was okay. I didn't have a problem with them changing things and adding things. I mean, it is a remake after all. It has to have some elements of something new. The story is not on the level of Red Dead Redemption 2. But it's a good enough premise for me to get into it. Must you play Resident Evil 2 or Resident Evil 3 to understand it? Nah, I don't think so. But some things you may miss if you haven't played those two games. Prior to my first venture into Resident Evil 4, I only exclusively played WWE video games, and I dabbled a bit in GTA San Andreas.
Oh shit, here we go again.
I cannot pinpoint what it was exactly about Resident Evil 4 that got young me so much into it, but the game really had me on a chokehold. When playing the remake, my initial impression was, this game is beautiful. Resident Evil 4 is the first game I can actually say I have played enough times to appreciate its remake. Before RE4, I had played RE2 and RE3's remakes, which I loved, but I went in blind as I had never played their 10 FPS counterparts of yesteryear. I never had the feeling of seeing something I had seen in low polygons now reimagined in such great quality. This game is beautiful. My girlfriend had watched me play the original, and when she saw me play the remake, she was very taken aback by how beautiful, how good the game looked. My favorite thing about these new PS5 and Xbox games is just how beautiful they look. They look like art, let's be honest. Resident Evil 4 is no exception, and I can honestly say it's probably the most beautiful game that I have played so far on my PlayStation 5. It gave me that nostalgic feeling. The Resident Evil remakes are undoubtedly the best remakes on the market for me. They look amazing, they're fun to play, and give you that old feeling of just playing a fun video game. The new mechanics added are a good extra challenge for players, and I'd also say they help if you're a newcomer to the game. I miss some of the old one-liners from the original. Ballistics. Tell me this being omitted did not annoy you.
Well, I see that the president's equipped his daughter with ballistics too.
He said it! He said it!
I played it on normal difficulty so I didn't struggle too much, but I've heard on the higher ones you will get that oh crap moment when bullets are gone. The enemies are awesome, the boss fights weren't too difficult apart from the short dude. and Krauser. I honestly forgot the short dude's name. I will write it on the video, but as of now, I really forgot the dude's name.
For you.
And I didn't really struggle too much with the boss fights. The one fight that I went, yeah, no, not today, was one of the, I also forgot this as well, but one of the fast dudes where you have to pour nitrogen on the guy. I hated it in the original. I hated it even more in the remake. But I digress. I enjoyed how they changed some of the boss fights, especially Krauser, to help make a bit.
I promise, like, and even it's
to help make a bit more sense of it, or to just make it more visually appealing. All in all, the game really did good for me, and I enjoyed almost everything about it. My favorite part of the game has to be the lake. It was expanded on very well, and I liked that mini free roam aspect of it. I enjoyed the fight in the house, which is basically an iconic moment now for Resident Evil, and they've been trying to replicate it since. Unfortunately, it's just not the way that it was back in the day. The final jet ski moment was very fun and quite a cinematic art piece for me. And the shooting range too was also very fun. You cannot tell me that that bonus music did not get you going. My final thoughts on the game: if you want to play a fun shooter with great graphics and survival horror elements, you really can't go wrong with this game. It's fun, it's challenging, an okay story. You really would be missing out. And if you have the chance, please play the other two remakes prior to this, as they are also some of the best games that I have ever touched. Thank you so much for watching the video. Enjoy your day, and I will see you for the next one. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, consider checking out the channel, and do not forget to like and subscribe, and please help me feed my kids.